Welcome back, man. It's been a long time. As you can see, we're revamping the channel. It's simple, plain and simple. Like anything in life, if we don't adapt, we perish. With that being said, welcome back. We got a new name. I'm just going by my own name. It is I, the average Jason. We're back with a new episode in a new format. I'd like to thank everybody who's been rocking with me from day one and all the new listeners, watchers. Welcome. And everyone that like this platform, that is new to this platform, go ahead, subscribe, and please comment because I want to hear from you guys. Because I just don't want to sit here and talk to myself sometimes. I like being engaged with you guys. Also, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Now, with that being said, we are going to watch a video, and then at the end of this video, we're going to come back and chop it up. All right? All right, here we go, guys.
Tijuana, raised in Tijuana, and I live in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. To all these protesters, all these Chicanos, all these wannabe Mexicans that you are blocking the freeway in the United States of America, I would like to know, when are you coming? When are you going to come over here to Mexico to yell, there's no human illegal on stolen land? Because that actually, you should be yelling that in Mexico, right? If you are actually a Mexican. But in your birth certificate, guess what it says? It says that you were born in the United States of America. It doesn't say that you were born in Mexico. So you're not actually a Mexican national. You are a American with Mexican heritage that actually thinks that he's Mexican, protesting in the United States of America, causing a lot of traffic, blocking the streets, blocking freeways. The most disgusting thing about this is that you're using our flag and you're tampering with our flag in a foreign land. You were not even born in Mexico. In our Constitution of Mexico, it says that nobody should have the right to tamper with our flag. It's against Constitution. And you actually were born in the United States with a birth certificate that says that you were born in the United States of America, and you're using our flag, the Mexican flag, and burning another flag in a foreign country, making us look extremely bad as using our flag as in an act of division, but not only that, burning another flag as in an act of war. It is amazing to me that all of you Chicanos, all of you raza, and all of you wannabe Mexicans, I want to ask you something. You're yelling no human is illegal on stolen land. Will you revoke your citizenship and come and live in Mexico and be a Mexican nation where you're supposed to be, if that is what you want to do? I'm waiting for you right here. There's the wall, and this is where, a lot of the migrants are being deported back to the port of entry of El Chaparral and the port of entry of San Isidro, is where thousands are being returned back to Mexico. I'm waiting for you over here to bring your American dollar so you can help the migrants over here. When are you coming? Are you going to actually leave your citizenship of the United States of America and leave your privileges to come over here and start, waving our flag in the Mexican country? The most cynical thing about this is that you actually are not going to do it because you love the American privileges and you were privileged to be born in the United States of America. The incredible thing about this is that it is going to go by immediately. You're going to forget about this crisis, and then you're going to go on and live your great American life that you are provided because you were born in the United States of America. Stop being cynical, stop being hypocritical, and just admit that you are privileged to live and be born in the United States.
All right, all right, all right. Listen, man, we got to give a round of applause to the Mexican homie. He was dropping nothing but straight facts. It's hot fire right there. We got to give it to him, man. Standing ovation on that one. As a person of legal status in this country, and was a legal immigrant at one point, I find the behaviors, and I'm talking about the protests that happened in California, and it's also pockets happening in other places in the country here. And I find that behavior very, very disgusting and very disrespectful. And let me get this straight, man, and the homie said it in the video. For the protesters that are here illegally immigrants, even Chicanos, Mexican Americans, you are so mad about illegal aliens being deported that they don't want to leave this country. So what do? They destroy property. They they block roads. They vandalize. Not only do they do that, but then they wave a flag from another country that they don't want to go back to while burning the flag of the country that they want to stay in. I mean,
What do you mean by that?
you know what I mean? What do you mean by that? What are we doing here, man? Make it make sense, man. There's no other country in this world you can do this. None. You do this in any other country, you go missing somewhere, we'll never see you again. Period, man. you know? And for you Chicanos, Mexican Americans, most of you pendejos, never even stepped foot outside the United States, much less been to Mexico. And if you love Mexico so much, why don't you go join the deportees? Go back with them. Most of you guys wouldn't even last 10 minutes. You know why? Because you guys are spoiled titled Americans too, man. A lot of you guys are spoiled and entitled. As a legal resident in this country, man, for me, it is an honor and a privilege to be here. And I could not have achieved what I have achieved anywhere else in this world. That's a fact. This country have given me great opportunities and experiences that I would never be able to accomplish anywhere else. And I pay my dues. I pay taxes as a contributing member to this nation. I do. I have family members that have given service to this country, of this great nation. They have paved the way for many immigrants like myself to be here. You know? And for those who are citizens or non-citizens that don't feel this way, hey man, take your crybaby behind somewhere else. Let me know how you like it over there in one of them countries. Guarantee you most of you guys won't last. I guarantee you the majority, 100% of you guys will not last in another country. But hey, my family and I, man, we came here, we didn't have anything. We had nothing. Absolutely nothing. And today I have everything that I can possibly dream of, man. I am forever grateful for all the accomplishments that I've made here in the United States. I could not have done this anywhere else. Of course, America, like any other countries, has its issues. Of course it does. But with that being said, man, it is still one of the greatest countries in this world, and I'm proud to call this place home. Period. You know, as a youngster, man, you know, as a young kiddo growing up, I was always taught, man, when you go into people's homes, you take your shoes off, you be respectful, you leave your shoes at the front door, you greet everybody when you come into the house, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. You follow their house rules, and you treat people with respect in their home. The same applies when you're visiting or living in another country, man. Here's an interesting fact, because I like talking facts. Here's an interesting fact. According to PewResearch.org, between 700K and 800K Mexicans from the year 2013 to 2018 have returned back to Mexico. Mexican Americans included, Chicanos. That number is now down significantly. That number is down significantly compared to previous years. So we're talking pre-2013, where it was roughly around close to a million, maybe even over a million of people from Mexico going, or Mexicans going back to Mexico, because that's including Chicanos, right? So, and as we know, that trend is actually is continued to decrease in recent years. We're not seeing a lot of Mexicans go back to Mexico, immigrants and Chicanos. So what's that telling you? You guys aren't going back. Y'all ain't going back like you think, and you guys don't want to leave. That's what that's telling me. Oh, here comes the lefties. Here they come. Well, most more can contribute to our society. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't. They do not. According to ourworldindata.org, migrants sent home almost $22 trillion in 2022 from the U.S. to their home country. Do you know how much tax money that is? $22 trillion. So all that money they work, they send it back home. Not only that, a lot of them get paid under the table because they're not legal, and because they don't get paid on because they get paid under the table, they don't report their income when they go file for public assistance, and it's harder to track that. Therefore, a lot of migrants are on social programs. As a matter of fact, SIS.org said that 48.8% of immigrants are on public assistance. That's about half of them that are here that are on public assistance, man. And they're working that money and send it back home and then using our tax dollars to fund their lives here in the United States. We gotta stop that, man. We gotta stop that. And if you guys miss Mexico so much and want to fly their flag and all that, then go back. Nobody's stopping you guys. Citizens and non-citizens alike. You guys are spoiled and entitled, man. Another point I would like to make before I wrap this up is that I notice a lot of FBAs, and these are foundational Black Americans. You're Black Americans, right? I notice you guys have kind of been just staying out of the whole thing, man. You guys are not coming to nobody's rescue. You guys are not helping anybody out. And you know what, man? I applaud FBAs for not sticking their nose in this one. I do. I applaud you guys for that, man, because what I've seen and what I've witnessed here, you know, and while I'm not an FBA, a foundational Black American, I am a part of the African diaspora because I'm Black, you know. And what I've noticed, man, what I've noticed with FBAs always jump in to champion for other minority groups. Because when the Black folks show up, stuff get done when it comes to social stuff like this, you know. But what happens is when FBAs jump in and help these minority groups out, and once they get what they want and get what they get, they just cast FBAs to the side, man. They do. They cast Black folks to the side and they say, we ain't got no more use for you. We got what we want, you know? And I have seen more, amen. I'm gonna say this, and if you guys get mad about it, be mad about it. But what I have seen, man, in my personal experience, I'm talking very personal, like actually happened to me. I have dealt with more racism from Hispanic folks than I've dealt with any other group in this country. As a matter of fact, my ex-wife, who was Chicana, called me the N-word for multiple times. And the N-word with the hard ER at the end, okay? She has called me the hard ER many times, man. And this is when we were married and we had kids. You know what I mean? So that's my personal experience, man. And I have seen Hispanic folks get downright nasty with Black people before. I've seen it with my own two eyes many times. So you know what, man? Shout out to the FBAs, man, for just minding your own business. Let them folks figure out their own stuff, man. They don't have nothing to do with you, got nothing to do with us. Let them figure out their own stuff. A lot of these folks, they have been here for a very long time and they still haven't gotten their papers straight. So there's some personal accountability there too on that end. But hey, that's a wrap for this one.